Hi, this is Katie from Lipstick Bites, and I'm here to give you my first update of my 2019 Project Pan, kind of use it or lose it, basically all my old crap that I want to get rid of. So let's just jump right into it. The very first product I have is my Mary Kay Foundation Primer. I actually got pretty decent progress in this. It's not my favorite. I think I've explained it before. It's kind of like that silicone-y, KY jelly type, I think like the Smashbox Photo Finish Primer. It's just not my favorite. I like more mattifying, pore filling things, but this does hydrate. So, you know, if you have, I think, normal skin, this is probably fantastic for you. The next thing I have is my Born This Way foundation, and I actually again made pretty decent progress. I can't 100% tell because it only shows the progress on certain sides, because I think there's just, you know, the product is just stuck to the side of it. But I think I was actually farther along than I thought originally, and so that's why it's so much, because I actually think I only wore this maybe like 4 or 5 times, so I doubt there was that much progress, but hey, I'll take it. The next thing I've got is the concealer. Now the concealer, I did huge progress. If you remember, I was before the M in Mary Kay, and now I'm all the way down at the A. This actually had a huge air bubble in it, so as soon as I got to a certain point, it just kind of like splooged out, and that's where we are now. So there's still some like air pressure in here, I think, but when I try to bend it further, it makes product shoot out. So I actually think there's still some more air bubble in there. But yeah, I've actually really been enjoying this concealer, and I'm kind of sad to see it go. The next I have is my Mary Kay Mineral Powder Foundation. Please ignore, apparently I don't know lines, but so first I was up here, then I was here. So I think the reason that I'm also going through this a lot more as well is because I do not like this applicator. It is one of those ones that like you turn it and then tilt it to make the product come out, and it just does not. Well, apparently it's coming out there, but I just feel like it doesn't come out that much when I do it that way, or maybe, I don't know, it just gets stuck. So I've actually been popping off the top of it and doing it that way, and I think I've gotten through it a little bit more, but you know, I'm actually quite liking it as a setting powder. It definitely settles into like my under, like the actual, like right under my eye line. But in terms of my bags, you know, I actually think it does a pretty good job. I have pretty deep bags, so like I don't expect any concealer to really cover it. I think I've only had a couple concealers actually really do that, so I think that combination is actually doing quite a good job. So next we have my Too Faced chocolate bar palette, and I've actually made some pretty decent progress. Not a lot, don't get me wrong, in some of these, but there's definitely this kind of just overall, if you look, there's some pan. I've been kind of focusing on one side of the pan there. This color is the worst, but I've been trying to make it work. I've made some progress in this one, this other shimmery, and then one other one I've used. Oh, I've used a couple of these like purpley. I'm actually wearing this color on my eyelid right now, and then I've used some of this shimmer. This shimmer right here, literally on my hand, just comes up as nothing. Like absolutely, like it shimmers, but there's like no color to it. So I find that on my eyelids, like trying to put it on top of like other colors just doesn't work out that well. So yikes. I don't know how far along I'll get in that, because like I said, I can tell the quality is already declining quite a bit, and it's getting a little frustrating because it just kind of sucks. So the next thing I have is my brow product. We have some progress, not a lot. I thought I used, is it focusing? Sorry, let me move my face. Is it focusing? I thought I used a lot more. It felt like it, but I think this is just such like a waxy type product. I guess I mean, look at my whole brow. It's covered, and it just barely, and I've used it, like I said, I've worn makeup maybe like, you know, 4 or 5 times this month. So, you know, you know, I'm not using it every day, but you know, I would think that it would be a lot further along. Oops, I moved too quickly. The next is my CoverGirl Brow and Eye Maker. Now, I do have a lot of progress on this. However, I think some of it is a little kind of fake because, I don't know if it's focusing again, I'm sorry. Because this product is so hard, I do have to constantly sharpen it. So, I mean, I am getting some good use out of it. And I mean, I have it on today and you can see it's, you know, it's there, but it's not my favorite anymore. And I kind of just can't wait to get it out. And, you know, I think once I get to a certain point, I probably won't even try it anymore. I'll just count it as gone. The next thing is my Eyeko liquid eyeliner. It's still working. It's starting to drag a little bit on my wrinkles, so I think it's starting to dry out, but it's still working fine. I assume that this won't last very long in my project, even with the minimal wearage that I have with it, but we'll just keep it going. Next, I have my Mary Kay mascaras. I have one brown, one black because I like to layer them. The brown is definitely on its way out. It is so dry. I might try to put some oil in it, or you know, the in between the boobie heating up trick here shortly, the next couple times I use it, to see if I can get anything out of it. But the black's still going strong, so even if I lose this one, I've still got this one. I actually really like this mascara. I don't know if you can tell, but I don't have to curl my eyelashes. I can just go straight in, and this actually just does a really good job at kind of separating them and giving them some volume. So I don't often need it. I need more lengthening, but hey, I'll take what I can get. The next is my Mary Kay bronzing powder. Now, I don't know if you can tell, but there's actually quite a dip on the side if you look at it. So I actually am just really enjoying this. I think I don't know if I showed it to you guys last time, but it really is this kind of coppery, shimmery color. I almost feel like a darker skin tone could use this as like a highlighter, but this honestly is such, I kind of shied away from this for so long because I was like, oh, who wants a shimmer bronzer? But I'm actually really digging this, and it makes me want to look into some shimmer bronzers that I've kind of been overlooking because I thought matte was where it's at, you know what I mean? Next I have my Pure Sculptor palette, and I've actually been using this top color as a contour. It is a little deep, you know, like I said, it looks fine, but I do feel like if you're heavy-handed, you can it can get away from you. So I'm definitely liking this color, and I really think my goal in this was to really just get some use out of it. I don't necessarily you know, this is one of those ones that I might reconsider getting rid of because I'm actually enjoying it, but I just think that there might be someone else who can enjoy it. My sisters have one of my sisters has darker skin than I do, so maybe she can enjoy it. We'll just see. But the the highlighters are actually really pretty. I'm not wearing it today, but so again, I might reconsider, but we'll see. So the next one is my Max Factor. This is the oldie, the goodie in this collection, the Max Factor Blush in Peaches. So as you can see, there's a couple things going on. So one, I scratched the top because this color, I don't even think anything is coming off of it. Maybe, but when I put it on my skin, there's nothing there. Like, it's absolutely nothing. And so I tried to, let me see. Yeah, I tried to scrape it to see if maybe there was just some hard pan on top because it was so old, but I just think that color is just non-existent. So I've been focusing my brush kind of in these two, and you can kind of see there's some wear on the line right there. Just in the center, but I definitely think that this is going to take me a while to get through, and also, like I said, I'm just over it, so I feel like this barely doesn't even show up on my skin. It's probably for someone with lighter skin, and I have pretty light skin, but just not working for me. The next thing I have is the Physicians Formula Butter Highlighter. I didn't really show you guys this last time, and I'm sorry. I think I was like talking with my hands too much and just kind of threw it up there and left it, but I definitely wanted to show you guys this time. So this is how it looks right now. For the most part, I've kind of have a nice little dent in it. Most of the pattern that was on there is off. You know, it's really only on the side, but this is just so ridiculously creamy. Like, I don't know if you can see it on here, but it just like, it's almost like chunky. Like it almost leaves, like when you move it in there, like it literally, you know what I mean? It's just so creamy. It's just not my favorite, but I'm actually wearing it today. I'm wearing it as my highlighter. I actually have it as on my eyes as well, because I brought up that other color in the Too Faced palette specifically because I tried to put it on my eyes and it just didn't even show up with the shimmer. So I threw some of this on top of it. I actually really like it. I mean, I'm not mad at this bronzer. It's just, excuse me, highlighter, but it's just not for every day. And I think I'm just over the kind of like purple iridescent ones. Like I said, I have like 4 or 5 other ones, and I honestly just thought I was buying a different shade when I bought this, and it is what it is. So next I have my, I think it's called Boldly There or Barely There. We'll see. Boldly There lip liner by MAC. Again, I've kind of gone through this quite a bit as well, quickly, I think. But I can also say that one of the reasons that I think that I'm going through it so much is because it's a lip liner and you want them to be sharp. So I do feel like I'm sharpening this quite a bit, even though, like I said, I've only used it a couple times, but here it is. And I've actually been lining my entire lip with it. So, you know, maybe I'm just using it a little bit more than a typical lip liner, but hey, I'm enjoying it. Actually, I don't mind it. It's definitely more pinky on my skin than a nude, but it is what it is. I mean, what can you do? You know, it should be called Pinkly There instead of Barely There. So the next two things I have are my lipsticks, and I actually have some good progress in these. These are actually the things that I've probably worn the most in this project, which is funny because they're the things that kind of show up the least. So the first one is the first blush. I'm actually wearing this right now under the lip gloss, and it's down. I've been using the tip of it to measure, so it's actually down there. Oops, I don't know if you guys can see where it was before. Oops, I jabbed it. Oh well, but that's where it is. So this is just one of those applicators that's kind of funny, where it's like once you get to a certain point, you kind of can't get the lipstick out unless you dig it out. So I don't know if I'm ever gonna get to that point with this lipstick, because it is super pink, and not a pink, and it's almost like a juicy pink. Like I do feel like it makes my lips look like luscious and juicy when like I kind of have like white people lips. But you know what I mean? It is what it is, but thanks, I guess, for looking so juicy. The next one is my cream cup from MAC, and again, I'm probably gonna get it all over the place, so I'm gonna try to make this quick here, but you know, we do have some progress, but not that much. This is just, it's almost like too light, I guess. Like it just, you kind of put it on and it goes nowhere. When I looked in the last video, I was kind of shocked at kind of how it just almost looked like my lips, I don't know, I just have deeper lip color than that. It made them look a little weird. And I'm sorry, with this camera angle, I feel like I'm very low in this screen, and I don't even really want you guys to see all this crap in the back, but my bad. So the next one I've got is the Mary Kay lip gloss, and actually, if you see right here, I've got some decent product missing, and I feel like my light's actually making it worse a little bit. Let me try turning it. Oh no, we'll come back. Yeah, there is definitely, oh, you can see it right there. There's definitely a lot missing from the middle, and it's really just the top and the bottom. I think I'm going to take the stopper out to get to it, but I'm really enjoying this. I have a ton of different colors of these, and I think I'm just going to keep using them, not in the project, but just keep them. But it is nice to kind of see how fast I can get through one of these, and I really like this one. So the last thing I have is my Urban Decay All-Nighter. I have found that I've not reached for this quite as much as I thought. I don't know why, but I kind of forget that it's there because I just think it looks like something else. But if you see, we went from up there to down there. I actually really like this bottle, so I think I'm going to keep the little travel size bottle when I'm done with it. But I do want to get rid of the product because it is so old. So that is everything. Thank you so much for watching my update. You know, I'm actually really enjoying this. I thought I would maybe, the only thing I think I'm actually getting, okay, I don't want to make this video longer, but I'll just throw this in here. But I can tell you quite honestly, the products that out of everything, kind of like my 3 least favorite products are definitely the Too Faced palette, the Max Factor blush, and the highlighter. So if I end up getting sick and tired of these before the other ones, don't blame me. I actually think my mom would enjoy the chocolate bar palette, despite it having like not that good of a pigmentation, but these kind of like, I don't know, it's like warm, but there's a couple pops of cool. She would just enjoy it. My mom would love anything, so I think I'm gonna give that to her, and probably the highlighter just give to whoever wants it, and then that blush just gets thrown away. But yeah, thank you for watching, thank you for coming, and hopefully I'll be posting with a little bit more frequency. Okay, totally ignore that. I don't edit, so like you have to deal with my little rambles. Ignore the finger shoot. I didn't mean it. Not in today's day and age. Bye.